Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. From the title only, you must have got to know that this video will be all about the recent job scams that are going on in the current job market. I'm creating this particular video to help you stay safe and don't get stuck into these kind of scams because I'm sure there are people who are doing the job hunting aggressively, so I'm sure they might stuck into these kind of scams because they seems really genuine and legit, and therefore I thought to create a video so that I can make sure that you people are staying safe and do not waste your money on such kind of scams. So I think without much delay, let's get into the video now. So now, for the first and foremost, they will be using the complete hiring process as it genuinely happens. Like, there will be assessment round, there will be an interview process, the interview round, and then there will be feedback coming into your email box, inbox, and then there will be the offer letter releasing and background submissions and everything that is happening in the real recruitment process. That's how it will happen for this particular scam also, which make you feel like it's genuine. However, that's not the case. Let me give you a complete screenshots that I have collected so that you understand and get a glimpse of the same, and you don't get stuck into these kind of scams. So first and foremost, for the assessment, they will share mail somewhat like this, which is where this is a screenshot from the November month, I would say. At that time they used to share a message like that, which felt like, okay, this is the real one, and many people were getting stuck into these kind of things. Now in December month, they are using a complete uh, process and complete description of everything, so that you even feel like, okay, this is the real hiring process that you're getting into. Again, that is not the case. You see, they are using the Alexian Pharma, Tesco. These are really big companies and big organizations to work with, and they are just using those organization's name for the scam. This is not the real company that like, these are real companies, but they are just using their names for their scams. So you can work with Tesco, you can work with Alexian Pharma, but make sure to recognize their domain and everything. They are not coming up with the real domain, hence they are scam. First and foremost, now for the assessment, whenever you see such kind of a UI in the assessment URL, you have to start getting a little suspicious that this is not the real hiring process that you're getting into. So that is what the UI of the assessment will look like, and there will be questions like anything. There won't be any questions like a real recruitment process will be happening, feels like, because there'll be questions like, what is Python, what is SQL, what is Excel, further technical specifications. For the normal cognitive or the aptitude one, there will be literally questions like, which is the largest city in India by population, by region, which is the largest mountain in India, or inward, somewhat like this, which doesn't make any sense with the process that you're getting into, with the skill set that you are getting into, with the requirement that they are having. That doesn't make any sense for this kind of questions to be in your assessment. But that's how the process runs. And till here, if you are also there, okay, this is a real recruitment process, that is also fine. But at least check the domains, no, check these domains. That in itself felt wrong. Careers hyphen alexianpharma.com, careers hyphen tesco.com, these are not the real domains that they are using, right? So make sure that you don't get stuck into these kind of scams. Do that background verification. Now this is something that is happening very aggressively, that's why I'm doing that particular video, because otherwise there's no need of such video at all. Then after you have given the assessment, they'll not even check what score you have got or nothing like that. They'll then and there only say ki, okay, I'm scheduling a call for the next day, and there will be a technical round, and on that round also there will be questions which doesn't make any sense. And now they have upgraded their game also, so now they will ask some questions which feel like, okay, these are the real questions. But again, no, that is not the real case. This is how they were sending the mail in November month. Now this is how they're sending mails in December month. They might upgrade that a little, but you have to check the domains, right? And then you have to check with the real people that are there in LinkedIn, whether that is a real recruitment that is happening or not. So make sure to do some background verification at least from your end. uh, and like these are the interview feedbacks that they were getting. They'll, after you gave your interview round, they'll be saying you performed well, and we are okay to welcome you into the team, and we are very happy and delighted to make you feel like you are joining in our company with this particular position, and we will be giving you 30% hike as per our company policy and everything. But that's not the real case, guys. Please be stay safe, and they will ask for the certification. Now that's where their scams begins, because they'll ask for the certification saying that you didn't performed in Python or NumPy somewhat in that those skill sets, and therefore you have to do the certification from these particular two, either of these two websites. One will be costing around 25,000 in INR. Similarly, one will be costing in USD, like US dollars, but that too will be on a conversion rate. When you'll be converting, that too will be in around 25,000, 30,000, somewhat like that. So, and they'll ask you to do the certification from those two websites only, because that only, those two are only genuine from their heads and mindset. So that is not something that is happening. You can do certifications from Udemy, you can do certifications from Coursera, and they'll also give you that that okay, we will reimburse the amount once you join in, but for now you have to pay on your own. But once you join in, we'll be paying with your first month's salary and something like that. So that is not something that is happening. You can showcase your Udemy, Coursera certification if that is happening, because those are the global ones, and they will say that no, those are not something that they are accepting. You can do from either one of these websites the certifications. When you will say you cannot afford this expensive certification, they'll say okay, we can offer like 50% discount onto that, and there won't be any background verification onto that, and they'll say okay, that is something we can offer you, and you can do the certification at this particular cost. So that's how the scam is working for them right now, and people are actually paying that amount for the certification, and then are getting stuck into this complete scam cycle. So please make sure that you don't get stuck into these kind of scams and stay safe. And this is how they are now sending the complete offer letter and everything. Also, earlier they don't used to share the offer letter beforehand. They earlier only used to ask that do the certification and then we will share everything. But now they have understood that also, that people will now don't do the certification. If we'll share the offer letter and everything, they'll get more into that dilemma that okay, I have to do that certification because I've got the offer letter with 30% hike and those everything. So that is not how it's happening, and they'll share the background verification documents. And this prompt in itself seems like they have copied it from AI. That's how AI is writing their content. So everything that is coming into the picture is actually not the real case. Make sure to stay safe from those perspectives and do not get stuck into these kinds of scams. That's how they are using their companies' names, like Tesco's name they are using, like Alexian Pharma's use they are using. Similarly, there are many companies, big organizations that they are using for their own scam, and you have to make sure that you don't get stuck into these kind of scams. And the precautions or the tips or tricks that you have to make sure when you're trying to accept any job offers, you never have to pay for anything when you're accepting any job offer, or before accepting any job offers. You always have to do a background verification. Call the official number that is there in the official website. Check the domain. As I mentioned, there's careers-alexinpharma.com, which is not the real domain that they are using. Careers-tesco.com, which is again not the real type domain that Tesco is using. So make sure to do that background verification. Report it immediately when you feel like that is something, a scam happening. Make sure to call on a helpline number, which is 1930, or maybe visit www.cybercrime.gov.in if you feel like. As a responsible citizen, you can do that too. And I think that's it from my side. This is a real scam that is happening. Make sure to stay safe, and make sure to share it with every friend who you think are doing a job hunting actively and aggressively. Make sure to share it with them, because they can get stuck into that, and we have to make sure that our friends and everyone do not get stuck into these kind of scams and do not waste their money. I think that's it from my side. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And till then, bye bye.